The penguin did not throw out.
Why a penguin?
I don't know. That's a good question. It was from the zoo.
Yeah, it's probably like promo for the zoo.
Took an inmate to the, to the first pitch.
Yeah.
That'd be fun too. I'd go to that game. We let this guy out of Cook County Jail today to come throw the first pitch. I'd go.
You gotta put his charge up under his name.
That'd be awesome.
That shit would be kind of
It's like you throw a strike, knock about 2 months off the sentence.
That'd be 100%.
Yeah,
They let everybody out anyway.
You throw a ball, you're going to the hole for a week.
From the creators of the legendary MD 2020, the original name and high flavor, high alcohol beverages with those unmistakable vibrant colors and iconic flask bottles, Mad Dog by MD 2020 brings the party with 15% ABV in a portable can that tastes incredible, delicious flavor that doesn't sacrifice on drinkability. We finally got some of the Mad Margarita in here after only having Blue Raz, and as you can see, 2 of them are pretty empty. Arian has one right now. As we are preparing to go to Milwaukee this afternoon for his first pitch.
Oh yeah.
So we're trying these. I had one of the Blue Raz on Thursday, Friday, might have been Wednesday. I don't remember what day it was, but I had one. It was
Blue
great.
Razzed up. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's why there's only 2 of those there. We had like 4. There are 4 intense flavors: the Blue Raz, Mad Margarita, Spiked Strawberry, and Whipped Orange Cream. Sweet, bold, and ready to drink. MD 2020 just got more convenient. Grab a Mad Dog by MD 2020 and experience why we've been fueling good times for generations. Look for Mad Dog by MD 2020 in your local stores and at drinkmd2020.com now. Must be 21 or older to purchase. Also, real quick, I grew up Quaker, but you know what really makes my taste buds quake? Mad Dog. Smooth as an F-22, but powerful like an F-15 Eagle, the GOAT of aerial combat with a 104-0 lifetime record.
Welcome back to Macrodosing. It's Nanodosing. It is Tuesday. It is June 10th. We got Arian Foster live in studio right now. Thank you for coming up here, Arian. We're glad to have you here.
It's amazing. It's amazing to be in Chicago, man. It's amazing.
Beautiful time of year to be in Chicago, right?
It is gorgeous outside.
Well, what's weird is it's like 51 today.
Yeah.
It's like 51 degrees
Yeah, it's really
outside.
cold, actually.
Yeah.
When I walked outside this morning.
But we're going up to Milwaukee later on this afternoon. Arian's going to throw out the first pitch. Are you nervous?
No. Whatever happens, happens, man. You know, I had a revelation hit me. I was driving. I was in San Antonio because my little man's had a basketball tournament. They lost in the championship against some cats that I would like to see their birth certificates. These boys had like they was playing against my boy's 12.
Carrion Foster. Carrion.
All right.
I had to take my birth certificate to baseball tournament.
Put yourself in my shoes.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you really?
Would they?
Well, also because the cutoff was May 1st, so your birthday had to be after May 1st, and mine's May 4th. So I was like up against the deadline and obviously way bigger than everybody else.
Yeah.
It was like Andy Reid in the punt pass kick competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these dudes had like mustaches and like had more hair on his legs than mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, come on, cuz like, I mean, maybe you sprouted early. That could be the case. But either way, it was really good for him. I was proud of him because like you going against more physically dominant opponent, and he was fighting like he's scrappy as shit, and I loved it, man.
Like that.
But anyway, so I had a realization that has just permeated throughout my life that really just helps me, and it's things. Who am I to say things are supposed to go my way?
Okay.
And I was just driving because I was thinking about this. I'm God, that bothers me. God, this bothers me. Oh, why can't I do it? I'm like, why do you think things should go your way?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, and once I let go of that, everything just felt great.
Then you just accept what happens.
Sun shined a little brighter. The birds were singing my favorite song. It was a beautiful moment.
It's almost like some Buddhism type stuff.
I was gonna say it's eerily close to like things. I don't have a plan. Someone else has a plan for me.
Oh,
well, that's usually the case for me.
Higher power.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like actually planning shit out.
No,
Yeah.
no. I'm aware of that.
I don't plan shit. Yeah,
Given that you said you showed up here in Chicago today with no Brewers stuff.
You know what? That's so bad.
Knowing where we were going and that you have a ton of it.
I have a bunch of Brewers shit. I don't have anything Brewers here in Chicago. Okay, hear me out.
We're going to a Brewers game where they're honoring you for your fandom of the team.
You're not lying, right? So I don't have any Brewers gear with me in Chicago, but I have a credit card. And so
Okay, good point.
It's great news for the Brewers team shop.
It is, yeah.
I will be. I'm gonna purchase the whole fit. If they got Brewer sweats, I'm in it.
Are you gonna wear like baseball pants, a belt?
No, that's
That would actually be sick.
Yeah,
That
if
would
we
be
get you some cleats
that would be ridiculous.
and a
I
glove.
Yeah. Okay.
The guy we've been talking to has been more than hospitable. I bet that could
I'll
happen.
tell you what's not gonna happen is me wearing baseball pants. But
That'd be so funny.
I'm gonna have like Brewers. I'm gonna be head to toe, blued up from the shoe up.
Yeah, you could have been already.
Are you thinking
I
about?
forgot. I'm bad at packing.
I've got more Brewer stuff on than you do.
What do you got on?
It's a Nashville Sounds hat AAA team for the Brewers.
Is it really?
Mhm.
Holy shit. Okay. Levels.
Mhm.
Got you.
I drank beer this weekend. That's a Brewers thing.
Congrats.
Yeah, I ate
Arian's
cheese
drinking
this
beer
weekend
right
too.
now.
Yeah. Arian, are you worried about the first pitch? Given that we saw some bad,
Bless you.
some bad tape
Mostly
from
me though.
from Taylor Lewan?
Yeah, that's my dog, man. I did see some bad tape, but I had a bad one too. I think his was a little worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, no, I'm not. I have in this case, I'll have experience. I know
Mhm.
what to do. I'm not trying to light up the speedometer.
You're a
you know?
savvy vet.
Yeah,
Did you go from the mound or at the
Mound.
base of the
Always-
mound?
always
Are
the
you
mound.
doing the mound
I'm
again?
always gonna do it. They told me not to go from the mound.
Right.
in
But there's
San Diego.
nothing they can do once
No,
you're out
I'm
there.
gonna go to the mound. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to the mound.
You have to.
And I found out my dog Julio is catching my first pitch, so that's gonna be fun.
Senor Bourbon.
Senor Bourbon.
So yeah, there was some bad tape from Taylor. I would put Taylor's first pitch. It's in the top 3 worst first pitches I've ever seen.
He's got some bad tape in general. Did you see his reality show?
I thought you were talking about that game against the Bengals.
That could be it too.
Yeah.
But I was talking about the reality show he's the host of.
Oh yeah, the wheel.
Yeah. So I got on his bumper about that in the on Twitter. And he said he spun it harder at the. So I got on Twitter for people that don't know. What's the reality show's name? Do y'all
I
know?
forget. They're all the same thing.
It's on Net. He has on Netflix some reality show, and he has to spin this wheel that eliminates people, and he spun that shit so weak. And I was like, dog, you spinning this wheel weak as shit. And he's like, no, you right, man, but it gets better at the finale. I watched the whole thing specifically to get to the wheel spin, and it was weak as shit as
It
well.
didn't get better.
No, it didn't get better.
It's called Battle Camp.
Battle Camp.
That's
yeah.
the thing about Taylor. Will definitely that stuff affects him. When somebody's like, "Dude, you're spinning that like a bitch," he's like, "Fuck, they're right."
He kind of did though.
God damn it.
Look at the film.
Yeah,
It's bad, dog. Spin that shit.
I wouldn't say that his first pitch was as bad as 50s.
50s was probably the worst I've ever seen.
Fauci had a pretty bad one.
Fauci?
Have you seen that,
I don't
Big
know
T?
that I've seen Fauci.
I think so. It was like opening day of the 2020 season
Yeah, you should
when
look
there was
up.
nobody there.
Look up Fauci's first pitch. Bad look for Italians.
You know, Fauci Vandy fan.
Is he?
There's a picture of him wearing a Vanderbilt baseball jersey for some reason. I guess they sent it to him. I
Okay.
don't know, but
Oh, I'm not on Wi-Fi.
makes the rounds every so often.
Yeah, Big T. Look up the pic. This will be relevant to your interests. I think it might be worse than 50s. But yeah, Taylor probably top 3 worst first pitch. So at least you won't be that bad, right?
No, I'm going.
We just can't bounce it again.
No, we're not gonna.
Can't bounce it.
That
If
again
you
shit.
send it
Bringing up-
sailing over the,
you bringing up old shit, man.
I mean that's
okay.
the frame of reference I have for what's going to happen.
I'm gonna create a
you,
rule.
You also have a on film in the NFL game when we throwing a touchdown.
That's
you also
true.
have that. But you
Is
go
that
back.
true?
Yeah, that's true. What you mean? I'm 1 for 1, 100%.
I've never seen that.
I'm 1 for 1, 100%.
It's like him and Mohamed Sanu.
CJ
Well, yeah, you're no
Fedorowicz.
Muhammad Sanu, but
CJ Fedorowicz. Hey, I tell you what. I said this before on this podcast. I had a fucking arm, so much so as to Bill Belichick put one in the Pro Bowl because we had a running back competition throwing. He's like, God damn, you got an arm. I was like, yeah, I know.
And Bill Belichick has tremendous judgment about people.
Sometimes.
We know that.
it was a 4-yard touchdown pass. And
How many touchdown passes you got, Big T?
0.
I'm not gonna let you
but
piss.
I could have made.
I'm not gonna let you.
Who's this linebacker? Who's 57 for the Raven? I mean, he floats it up there, and this guy almost covers 10 yards and gets there.
That's one way to look at it. Or you can look at it. I fucking put it right in his goddamn.
It's not a bad pass. It's not a bad
What
pass.
are you talking? How many touchdown passes you got, Big T?
Okay,
I'm not gonna let
I
you
didn't play.
shit on my.
I didn't.
You know
play.
how I know that's
Lamar.
not that impressive is because the refs didn't flag the guy for roughing the passer because they were like, that he's not really a passer. You can tell.
That's a color thing.
Yeah, Cam Newton. He
Like that,
he used to get lit up.
It's like that Family Guy meme.
Yeah.
With the colors.
It was crazy. Cam Newton used to get just like elbows to the face and shit. But I don't know that you can say that as much anymore. Like Patrick Mahomes gets all the calls.
Yes, he does.
All the calls.
But he's not a running quarterback though.
That is true. That's a good point.
How many rushes for a loss you have? I've got 0 of those.
You ever heard that? They love to shout out your failures and whisper your compliments.
I have.
This is good banter right here. Boys just bantering back and forth.
It's going to be a long day of banter.
It's a little uneven though.
Yeah, I agree. Big T's clocking you. The 4-yard touchdown
I said it
pass.
was a solid pass.
So I'd like to make a rule for today.
What's the rule out?
We can't use the B word anymore.
Bitch.
No, we can say that. Bounce.
Oh.
Mm,
The more we say it, the more we put it out
That's
there in
fair.
the universe.
I won't say it.
I'm not superstitious, man. But if
Are you
I'm
little
try-
stitious?
I'm trying to help you out.
no, I'm understitious.
I'm trying to help you
Okay.
with this. Because the more people say bounce, the more it's going to be in your subconscious, and then it's going to happen. So we're not saying bounce anymore.
I'm not bouncing.
We're not
that
going to
shit.
say that Arian has the Y word either.
No, we're not.
the
Yips.
the yips.
The yips.
Yeah.
What is the yips?
Oh, buddy.
You're not familiar with the yips? As a golfer, I feel like you would be.
But I understand it in golfing context, but
It's a mental block that prevents you from
doing
making basic,
got
plays.
you. Okay, yeah,
like
no.
throwing a ball 60 feet. 60
got
feet.
you. Okay, yeah.
Chuck Knobloch had the yips famously
Okay,
for the Yankees, and he just forgot how to throw to first base.
Was it John Lester who couldn't
Yep.
throw to first base either?
He couldn't throw a pickoff play, yeah. At one point, I think they hit like a ground ball to him. He caught it with his glove, and he took his glove off, and he threw his entire glove with the ball in it to first base instead of throwing the ball.
did it count?
Yeah, it counted.
That's pretty lit.
Got him out, yeah. But he just couldn't, for whatever reason, could not throw it. And one time,
That's actually fire.
he did pick a guy off, and then he just started screaming at him like, "You motherfucker, yeah, I got you, bitch." He was so pumped about it.
I mean, that's actually pretty fire. I gotta find that clip.
I just hope that Christian Yelich doesn't go yard today. That's what I'm rooting for.
I cannot.
I got to put that bet in right now.
Christian
cannot
Yelich, no home run.
I cannot tell you what that would do for me. I might pour a beer on you.
No home run for Christian Yelich today.
It's
So-
going to be tough against Chris Sale left on left, but I mean,
Do
we
you
have
hold on?
to
Do
bet
you
it.
have any Braves gear that you gonna pull up to?
Buddy, have you seen what the Braves are doing right now?
That's still your squad.
Pal, they so
You
they
gonna show up with a paper bag over your head?
listen. They've lost 11 of 14 on Thursday. They're up 10-4 in the ninth inning. Give up 7 runs in the ninth and lose.
I tell you what though, we need this series because
You'll get it. I promise.
so we just played the Padres and we lost 2-1,
Mhm.
and I had a bet with the homies in the Padre group, and the bet is there's no telling. So the bet is it's 100 push-ups, but they on call, and so
Okay.
at any time you can call, and you have to, no matter where you at or what you're doing, you got to drop
Drop.
and give me. So as soon as they won, he called me. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need 5 right now." So I'm at my son's
So they-
basketball game. I had to drop and give him 5 right
So
there.
that's what I was going to ask. It doesn't have to be. They can do them interspersed.
Split them up. 3 a.m. I need 26.
See, no, I would never do more than like 3.
Yeah.
I'd make you do 3 33 times.
Yeah, no, it's. I hate that shit, but it is what it is. You know, I'm a man of my word. I pay my bets.
Man of honor.
Man of honor.
Also, I don't know if you saw this, but Freddie Peralta ended up pitching yesterday, so he's not pitching tonight.
Yeah, I know that shit made me mad too, but
Yeah.
it's all good. I'm happy I get to see my squad, man. I get to see Jackson Churio live.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a great time.
Fun,
So
man.
we're going to head up there. We're going to drink some beer. We're going to eat some sausages. We're going to eat some cheese. Anything else you want to make sure to do?
I can't slide down that slide, can I?
We're going to try to slide down the slide. It's the man-eating slide.
If I don't get to go down the slide, I'm going to be really
Like I want to go down the slide.
This slide has a body count.
Really?
Yeah. It's broken like
Well, I don't judge.
no, we don't. It's broken bones. It's separated shoulders. This slide is a motherfucker.
Well, I mean, we ain't worried about that part.
It's the only thing that scares me on planet Earth. But that's why I'm gonna conquer it. I'm gonna try to go down this slide.
That shit will be fun as hell.
Yeah, it will be.
With cheese curds and beer stains on my shirt.
So you're gonna throw the first pitch. It's gonna go great. It's gonna be a better first pitch than the Penguin at the White Sox game did yesterday.
He threw up. There's a penguin that threw a pitch.
If I would have known that there was a Penguin throwing out the first pitch, I would have been at Guaranteed Rate Field or whatever the hell it's called.
I would have too, but I also would have been very disappointed because the Penguin didn't throw shit.
Well,
The Penguins
no kidding.
No, this Penguin is a fraud. That Penguin did not throw out the first pitch. It walked to the mound with its handler.
Which is awesome.
Okay, yes, the walking to the mound is cool. I like watching penguins walk. And then it just kind of like stood there
Yeah.
and looked around. That was cute too.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That penguin didn't throw shit.
Okay, did you expect him to?
Yeah, when you say our first pitch is being thrown out by a penguin, I expect the penguin to have some sort of take part in the pitch.
You probably thought Michael Phelps was going to race a real shark.
I did, yeah.
No,
And
yeah.
it completely sullied Shark Week forever.
I mean, that was stupid, but
I'm not up on any of my human-animal activities. So what did the penguin do?
The penguin waddled out to the mound with its handler.
Hey, that's all they can do.
I know, that's cute. That's very cute. And then it just stood there.
Here when you said it, I was like, oh.
It stood there and watched like a bitch while its handler threw the first pitch, and then like got the round of applause and waved at everybody. He got the ball back from the catcher, and then he went back to the mound to collect his penguin. The penguin did not throw out.
Why a penguin?
I don't know. That's a good question. It was from the zoo.
yeah, it's probably like promo for the zoo.
Took
I
an
guess.
inmate to the, to the first pitch.
Yeah.
That'd be fun too. I'd go to that game. We let this guy out of Cook County Jail today to come throw the first pitch. I'd go.
You gotta put his charge up under his name.
That'd be
That
awesome.
shit would be kind of
It's
cool.
like you throw a strike, knock about 2 months off the sentence.
That'd be 100%.
Yeah,
They let everybody out anyway.
you throw a ball, you're going to the hole for a week.
That's fucked up.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be so fucked up.
I would go to the White Sox stadium just for that and turn around and leave. I wouldn't even stay for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're shit right now.
Oh, they're terrible.
They're bad.
I did put in a bet at the beginning of the season that if they made the playoffs, I put in $300.
I remember.
And it was like, I think I get like $25,000 if they made the playoffs.
On what?
On like $300.
Yeah.
Still too low.
I had to do that shit.
Not as bad as the Rockies.
I'm still playing with who's my man from the Olympics? That we won?
Cole Hawker.
Cole Hawker. I'm still playing with
The
Cole
GOAT.
Hawker money.
the
Yeah.
GOAT.
Yeah. My dog.
All right, Big T, looking at your sheet that you sent over this morning, the news sheet.
I just need the Wi-Fi. I can't. Okay.
We should real quick talk about what happened after we recorded the podcast on Wednesday, because then on Thursday, the internet kind of blew up.
What is that?
Well, there were trouble in paradise between
Oh, the girls was
the
fighting.
girls was fighting
Oh,
between Trump and Elon, and then Elon just went nuclear and goes, "Okay, here it goes." Trump's in the Epstein files. Have a nice day, Donald. That's why he hasn't shown you the Epstein files. The craziest part of that timing was the fact that Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, was on the Joe Rogan show talking about Jeffrey Epstein at the moment that happened. And then they asked him, and he got real nervous.
And my man said, "That's above my pay. I'm staying out of that." It's literally in your pay grade.
That's your job.
What you get paid to do.
That's
dog.
your job to know these things.
I think we can all agree, though, we are with reasonable certainty. If Donald Trump was implicated in the Epstein shit, you would have heard about it.
Well,
That would have been the first thing they released.
they just said that he's in the files. They didn't say like what he was in the files for.
Sure, but like you
We
would
know
have
he's-
known a long time
We
ago.
know he's in the
Yeah.
flight logs already.
Yeah, we've known for a long
Yeah.
time he's on a
Yeah.
flight log.
So he's
everybody's-
probably. I mean,
yeah. I
this sound like some. So like that's what was interesting to me about it is like Elon is. I'm not a huge fan of Elon, but it was interesting for him to do that, to take this turn.
he was high as fuck when he did it, and then he deleted all that later. It's like,
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he deleted like a coward.
Oh.
Like everyone's gonna forget about it.
Oh,
For being the owner of the website, he has just a terrible
Nah.
understanding of how the website works.
he a buster for that.
Yeah,
Own that shit.
but when Jeffrey Epstein was arrested the first time, or excuse me, when he was arrested the most recent time, and then put in the Manhattan Correctional Facility on the federal charges, that was Trump was president when that happened, right? I believe he was. And the Secretary of Labor was the prosecutor that gave Epstein the sweetheart deal when he got arrested down in Florida. And then when Biden takes over, it seemed like there wasn't a whole lot of movement on anything. Probably because Epstein was dead, and they're like, okay, we're not sure what we're going to do with this. Maxwell got put on trial. She got convicted. And then Trump's back in, and now they're talking about releasing the files. They tried to release some of the files earlier. That was just a binder full of shit that everybody knew already. And then they said, we've got videos. We've got all sorts of stuff. We got dump trucks filled with evidence that's being backed up to the Department of Justice. We're going to release those tomorrow. Haven't seen anything. And then Elon's like, he's in the files. And then seems like there's no coming back from that one.
Didn't they have like people like influencers walk out like with big ass binders?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know where we go from here. I saw that Elon is like now flirting with the idea of maybe reuniting with Trump and being like, we should stop fighting. So once you call somebody a pedophile, You can't really be like, hey, my bad. We all say, sometimes two alpha males like us, we get in combat with each other. We all say things we don't mean. No, like you called the guy a pedophile. I don't think he's going to be inviting you to the Oval Office.
It was
anymore.
like I seen a tweet that said it's like Republicans, Drake versus Kendrick.
Yeah, I saw a few of that. But yeah, it seems like Trump is just going to like excommunicate him, and then it devolved from that into Elon saying, "Well, we need to stop the Dragon spaceship program immediately," because Trump was saying that we shouldn't be giving all the funding. Then Steve Bannon was saying we need to investigate his immigration status because there were some questions about whether or not Elon overstayed his student visa way back in the day, and then deport him. So I don't think we're done with this one yet. I don't think that this story is quite over.
It's a lot of moving pieces, man.
This is exactly why you don't want billionaires involved in politics like this, paying $250 million. And I'm talking about, Elon Musk because he did it this most recent time, but also there's a lot of other billionaires that try to control politics in America. Some are on the left, some are on the right. They should not be anywhere around it because then they make national decisions on policy just specifically based on one person's wants and needs, and that's the billionaire. And we should not have that as part of the system.
Preach, brother.
That's my take.
Preach, brother.
Anybody complain? Anyone disagree?
I'm sure there's somebody out there, yeah.
Yeah, billionaires. Also, shout out if you're a billionaire that's listening to this podcast.
There's a whole bunch of billionaire sympathizers out there.
Because one day you might be one.
And you're not going to.
No.
How much money do you think the richest person who has listened to this podcast more than like 5 times has?
More than 5 times. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I know anybody specifically that is like up there that could have.
I got some homeboys who listen that I play with.
I was going to say other than your friends, probably.
Barron might have listened.
Not more than 5 times.
Barron's a podcast guy.
Is he?
Barron Trump, yeah.
But we probably have some 8 figs.
You probably got some 8 figs out there.
Any Tennessee boosters that listen?
I know some people who listen.
The Haslams?
I doubt the Haslams
I hope
listen.
not.
Yeah, they probably don't. They used to listen, and then Mad Dog started talking about the Browns too much. Mm-hmm. He cost us our billionaire, Madeline.
Mm-hmm. Keep them.
But yeah, so anything else that happened over the weekend with that spat? Because I kind of stopped paying attention to it on Saturday once Elon started deleting the tweets and trying to walk it back. It's like, dude, you already called the guy a pedophile.
By the
you
way,
went nuclear.
As you know, I have the word Elon muted.
Smart move.
So I was very late to find all this out, and I just kept seeing people talking. Like, no one was referencing it directly. They were just like, this is nuts. And I had no idea what anybody was talking about for several hours.
Mm-hmm. And this will shock no one. It seems like just about everybody that was already a Trump supporter sided with Trump over Elon. Elon thought that he had popularity by association with Trump, and then he goes against him, and he still expects to have the same level of support that he had.
Win against the family.
Win against the family, and then they're like, "No, you're out."
Right? Yeah, that's not how
you're
that
out,
works.
Elon. You don't understand how this world that you injected yourself.
But
into
see,
works.
it wasn't just the Epstein shit. He was like calling out all his decision making.
It was all over
tariffs.
the one big beautiful bill.
Yes.
The one big beautiful bill was the start of this. I'd say probably the start of it.
Did
was,
he backtrack on that?
Elon has been in hot water in the White House for the last month and a half. It was really, you know what happened? You remember the Wisconsin judicial race, the Wisconsin Supreme Court race that Elon pumped all that money into? Went on stage wearing a cheese hat. Made him.
Yeah.
He made himself the focus of this election, pretty much.
Dork, man.
And he ended up losing that, and then Trump kind of turned on him after that because he became a loser in Trump's eyes. He's like, this guy sucks. Everyone hates him. And so then he's kind of been on the outs with the Trump administration since then. Then he kind of took Stephen Miller's wife and fucked her and got her to leave and cheat on him.
Whoa, what is this?
Yeah. So Stephen Miller's wife has apparently left Stephen Miller, and now she's working at Doge with Elon. So people are putting 2 and 2 together.
Oh,
They also had a weird polyamory throuple situation. Stephen Miller is kind of like literally a cuck in the classical Shakespearean sense of the word.
I don't remember.
He's cool with other people fucking his wife.
We know this?
It's been discussed.
Yo, where have I been?
I don't know. He's a weird guy.
That's a lot, man.
And so now she's with Elon, and then that made the White House kind of hate Elon again. And then he started to go against the one big beautiful bill because he was saying the bill is too big. The big beautiful bill is too big.
Increase the deficit.
Yeah, which kind of like I understand that he's been an advocate for shrinking the size of the government to, at all costs. Like let's slash and burn a lot of this stuff. And then there's a bill coming through that adds to the deficit like astronomically. So he's like, wait, this bill sucks. And then Trump's like, no, it's big, it's beautiful, it's a bill. And then Elon started to go against the family on that. And then it just it kept snowballing because Trump called him weird, said he was like wearing thin. And then made a remark about the black eye that he had.
Who socked him up?
So there's some people are saying it could have been Miller because Miller's left-handed. Also Trump's.
That's good investigative journalism.
Is.
There was a report that came out over the weekend that Scott Bessent and Elon got into a wrestling match in the White House, where they were actually like fighting each other in the White House. So that might have something to do. And then Trump does the classic thing, which is always funny, where he says things under the pretense of him being nice about it. He's like, yeah, he had a black eye, and we said, would you like some makeup to put on? And Elon, he said, no, I don't need the makeup. I thought that was very interesting.
What a funny dude.
Did you see what Trump said about his kid? He was like, oh, my son did it. And Trump goes, little X did that? If you know little X, he can do that. He can do that to you.
Yeah, so we'll see where this ends up going from here. Before we get back to macrodosing, it's brought to you by Game Time. Baseball's back. There's nothing like getting to a baseball game, especially at the last minute. Lucky for me, I always use Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets faster and makes it easier. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. Plus, the Game Time Picks feature makes it even easier to find the great deals on the seats you want. Just pull up your chosen event, turn on the GT Picks setting at the top of the screen, or you can browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on the Game Time app homepage. We're going out to the Braves at the Brewers game today. There's also one on Tuesday as you're listening to this. Braves at Brewers. Big T, what is the get-in price?
So listen to this. Not only can I get you in for $13.
Wow.
But Tuesday is also Wisconsin Art Series T-shirt night.
Okay, I love that.
So $13, you get the ticket to the game, and you get Wisconsin Art Series T-shirt.
Pays for itself.
Yeah.
So what are you waiting for? Get those Braves Brewers tickets right now. You can put the savings in your back pocket and spend them at the ballpark on a hot dog, a new hat, some good old-fashioned Cracker Jack. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code MACRO, get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code MACRO, M-A-C-R-O, for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game Time. Macrodosing is also brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips, baby. The best place for guys to get their hair cut. They're dropping something huge this June, the Playmaker Sense. For a limited time, when you get the MVP haircut experience, a.k.a. the most relaxing haircut in the game, you can pick a brand new relaxing scent for your hot steam towel. Choose from a lineup of sports-inspired scents like early morning practice air that smells like fresh grass, a cool breeze, and the start of a legendary season. They've got Rawlings' new leather glove with warm, rich notes of leather. And then, wild card for those bold or hungry enough to try it, the Stadium Buttered Popcorn, which smells intense. Fun fact, it's actually the staff favorite among the Sport Clips crew. The hot steam towel, oh yeah, and it smells like delicious popcorn. The scents are only around for June, and then they're gone, so visit now and try them out. Sport Clips, it's a game changer. Offer ends 6/30/2025 at participating locations only and where permitted by law. And now more macrodosing. What else we want to get into today? Tell me about this YouTube thing going on, the YouTubers.
So I saw this very briefly before we started. Apparently, last night, there's a YouTuber in Vegas who...
Oh, this just popped up on my feed, man.
Yeah, so this guy, I think recently, within the last week or so, made a video about this other YouTuber, and it was like 4 hours long or something, and he was just talking shit about him and his wife like the whole time, like hates him.
Okay.
And then this guy was live streaming, and the other YouTuber just pulls up and shoots him.
Yeah.
I saw the video.
It was on.
There's too many death videos. It's not good to even see one of them, and I feel like in the last year, they're everywhere.
It's we've become desensitized.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's YouTuber beef.
You could tell he had some mental issues though.
Finney DeLegend and his woman.
Did he shot the woman too?
I don't
yeah.
know.
It says Finney DeLegend and a woman were fatally shot during a live stream.
Oh, I saw only one person had died.
The other YouTuber was Sin City Manny Wise.
That's the guy. Yeah.
So Sin City Manny Wise is allegedly the gunman, and Finney DeLegend and the woman R.I.P. They were the ones who got shot. I'm working on using the word allegedly more. I need to be better at that.
Probably.
You get sued or something?
Have we gotten sued by Peter Thiel yet? Okay, sweet.
Did you want it? Maybe Stephen Miller? Did you? I don't think you used it.
Stephen Miller
Is an
allegedly enjoys it when other men plow his wife.
Okay.
Deeply. And passionately. He allegedly...
That'd be wild if you enjoy the passionate part.
Yeah, he allegedly...
I mean, all of it's wild, but I mean...
Yeah, that's the part you have a problem with.
I mean, okay, so there's a difference between like just regular sex and like passion.
I don't know that there is. Well,
Absolutely
not in
there
terms of
is.
if it's happening to your wife from someone else.
That would be odd though. Like, so odds are if you enjoy that, you just like the sex part. But if you like your wife like falling for somebody, that's I don't even know if I've heard of that before. That's weird. Love.
That's the weird part. I think it's all weird.
It's all. I don't kink shame. If it's consensual, do your thing, family. It may or may not be for me. That ain't. But if you got a dude who like enjoys his wife falling for other men, that would be. I don't know that I've ever heard that before. That's
falling because at that point that's.
Tell him you like his eyes.
Yeah. The entire premise of your marriage is kind of done at that point.
Yeah.
If she's like in love with all these guys.
Yeah.
If she's just getting dick down.
Oh, speaking of which, did you see the new Bonnie Blue saga?
I think so. She's gonna be in a box, and then guys can come up and touch her.
2,000. 2,000. You can do whatever you want to her. Like, is this a public health? Like, this is like.
Yeah, she's like.
This is.
I'm sorry. When you say she's in a box,
yeah,
like she's in public in like a glass container.
I don't know if it's gonna be displayed in public, like on the streets, but she's going to be inside of a box, I think, and then people can come up and do whatever they want.
And it's not going to happen. It's impossible at this point. We have to stop talking about this woman. Not just us, like society collectively.
It's not gonna happen.
We need to reward her for doing not this.
Yes.
Like Bonnie Blue, if you can keep the number, what's a good number for a year to stay under?
0 would be newsworthy.
If she can go an entire year without fucking, can we do it like a GoFundMe? And it releases a year from now?
I'm not giving that joint $1.
But for not fucking? Because she is a public health
I don't give
issue
a shit.
now.
No, I'm not giving her any of my hard-earned money.
I just think it's so funny that guys will like show up wearing ski masks and be like, oh, okay, all right, cool. And then go into a room and bang her and then leave and go about their day.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's just disgusting to me, dog. Like, 2,000 dudes finna do something to you.
Yeah.
And you one of the 2,000 dudes. Like, something wrong with you, fam.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
That's so nasty, man.
Pre-crime?
That should maybe just be a crime.
You walk into a room under the pretense that Bonnie Blue is going to be inside and you're going to bang her, and then it's just like Goodfellas. Like walking in the room to get made.
Or Scott Hansen's there. Let's have a talk.
Scott Hansen from Red Zone.
Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
Scott Hansen could be there too.
He could be there too, yeah. Are you ready for 7 hours of commercial-free intercourse?
Oh.
It is the witching hour. This is when Bonnie opens up. All right, what else we got to? There's some riots in L.A. right now. Big-time riots in L.A.
Yeah, I haven't followed anything. When the whole Trump Elon shit broke, I was on a golf course the whole day, and I've just kind of been disconnected from the news for the last like 2-3 months, man. So lace me, what's going on?
So there's riots in L.A. because ICE started to do deportation raids, and so they're like trying to jam up the freeways, trying to get in the way of the ICE agents and stop them.
They're doing more than that.
They're also lighting Waymos on fire,
yeah,
which is like pretty dangerous because the lithium batteries inside the Waymos, There
were some recalls on those anyway.
If they explode, like, and you're nearby, they can fuck you up bad. But
I want to get in one of those.
I heard they've had some wrecks.
It's
People have wrecks.
I've done it.
You have?
Yeah, in Arizona last year.
Did you like it?
Is it good?
Yeah, I mean, it was like shockingly good. There were like cars that would change lanes like 50 feet in front of me, and then the Waymo would just like slow down a little bit. There would be a car like going out into the intersection, making a left turn as I'm approaching the intersection from the opposite direction, and like it sees that coming a long ways away, slows down a little bit. It was shockingly good, but I do think it's very funny to like call a Waymo, and then this car just shows up, and then you just light the car on fire, and then you call another Waymo.
That's what they were doing.
And then you just light it on. They're like the Waymos are driving directly at their own demise.
Why the Waymos? What's the?
Because they knew. Because if you call one, it shows up. There's nobody driving it.
Oh,
obviously,
they just
so
want.
They just want to light cars on
They
fire.
just want destruction. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're protesting because of the ICE raids.
Yes.
Now, when you say raids, what does that mean exactly?
They're deporting people.
Well, yeah, but like raids is a thing. It's
I don't know exactly what they're rating in LA, but I do know that they're being asked to step up the deportations. Like the numbers haven't been high enough, so they have done things like shown up to court hearings, immigration court hearings, and the second like a judge says we're going to dismiss this, then they leave the court. And then they're in the hallways of the courthouse and just immediately like, put the handcuffs on them and take them away.
right.
So there's just massive protests in LA right now. They're using like the tear gas and the less lethal pellets, flashbangs. There's just a lot of people out there that are have been protesting the last couple of days.
Did you see the reporter get shot with a rubber bullet?
I did not see that one. No.
She's an Australian reporter, live on camera, and she like finishes her hit. And then a cop just fucking shoots her with a rubber bullet.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's wild.
I meant to ask about the Waymo. Did you sit in the back seat?
Yeah, I think I did.
That'd be odd if you sat in the front.
It was me.
Well, can you sit in the driver's seat?
I think you might. I don't know.
Like, are you able to take over if something happens?
It was me, Jeff D. Lowe, and then Mark Titus. I think Mark Titus was up sitting shotgun because he had wings the night before, and he wasn't feeling very well.
Okay.
And so he had to like get out of the car at the last second to puke.
Okay.
Because that's the kind of guy he is when it comes to wings. But
I like that part.
Yeah. The
For
puking part?
the Waymo part where if you just get in, like they don't rate you. You know, like Uber drivers can rate you. So one time, it was a long time ago, I got in an Uber and it's because I was being responsible and I had split a bottle with my homeboy. We was in North Carolina and no DC. And I had told him, I said, bro, you got to pull over. I'm about to throw up. So he did. Threw up outside of his car, didn't get in his car, it's fine, everything was good. And then he gave me a 1 star. And I'm like, dog, like that I'm in an Uber to be responsible.
So here's my thing. I have a 4.72 Uber rating.
Let me see what mine is.
I don't speak in Ubers. Either to the driver or even if I'm in the car with somebody, I just don't talk. I sit there. The only thing anyone could have, and I'm never getting in an Uber drunk and puking or anything.
I didn't puke in the
I understand.
car.
I understand. But that has happened. So I'm saying the only thing anyone could have ever dinged me for is like not talking to them, which should not be a thing.
Oh yeah, don't be a dick.
Well, but I don't.
Common courtesy, man.
No, like when I get in the car, I'll say hello, and then that's it. That's it.
There's that. There also could be like if you make them wait.
I'm waiting. I'm there 10 minutes before the Uber is.
Okay.
You know me. When have I ever been late to anything?
Yeah, I don't know, but sometimes they get like caught in traffic and they're not sure where you are.
What's your Uber rating, man?
I'm a 4.90.
I'm 4.90
on Uber.
See, that's crazy.
It's not. What do you? Whoa! I feel judged. What do you mean?
No,
it's
I'm
crazy?
saying it's crazy that I'm 4.7.
I think
It was kind of a little bit.
No,
of
it had nothing to do with y'all.
I felt like it did.
I'm saying I should be a 5.0.
If you guys are,
Just period.
Got
It has. It's irrespective of y'all's.
Got you.
Are we better tippers? You think?
I'd be tipping.
But they do that before.
Do they?
Yeah.
Can you check your rating on Lyft?
I may have like a more welcoming face.
It might just be
Maybe.
face.
Yeah,
Might be a face issue.
Yeah, maybe a face.
Does
issue.
Lyft have rating? I feel like Lyft, like
You don't use Lyft?
Whoa.
I
What was the? I do Lyft a lot.
Yeah.
I don't use Lyft.
I do Lyft a lot.
Yeah.
I don't use Lyft.
Sometimes, well, you know what? I bet you I get dinged sometimes because on occasion I'll race them.
Okay.
If I'm seeing that, if it's an especially long wait for an Uber, let's say it's 14 minutes, I'll hit up an Uber and then I'll hit up a Lyft at the same time. And then within like a minute after they tell me the estimated time that it's actually going to take, then I'll cancel one of them. I only do that occasionally. And I don't like let them actually drive towards my place. I usually do it within like,
Well, even if you cancel, they get like a free $5.
yeah,
$10.
exactly. Yeah.
Does Lyft have a rating system?
I don't see one.
I'd probably be a 5 on there. I feel like I'm better on Lyft than I am on Uber.
4.9 is great though, man.
Is it? What's a
happy
red
with that.
flag? Would be a red flag for somebody as a human being.
I think if you go below 4, like you can't use the app anymore.
Really?
I think so.
You get shadow banned?
No, I think you get banned. Like they're like you're not allowed to use it anymore.
I think if you're below a 4.5, I have some questions.
Sus.
Yeah, you're probably puking a lot back there.
Uber can deactivate driver accounts if the driver's average rating falls below 4.6.
God damn, you on the brink, man.
yeah.
You better start
That's
being.
driver.
Oh, sorry.
I think if you're for rider, it's 4.
Okay, you still got some wiggle room. I am curious as to why yours is 4.7 though. Like
I have no idea.
that's a big 0.9 to 0.7 is kind of a big.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe be more friendly.
Uh,
Sometimes small talk makes people's day.
yeah, but I don't
Do
need
you
that.
give a hello?
Yeah, usually.
All right, let's role play. Big T.
Yep, that's me.
Okay,
That'd usually be it.
you ready?
Yeah, no, that would be it.
Okay, that's it. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see anything that was problematic about that.
All right.
Okay, wait. Pulling up to your apartment. Put in park.
Thanks. Have a good day.
That seemed nice enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not getting the full story.
I
don't see how
are.
you get that and then fuck that guy 4.5. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know.
I think what it is, Big T, I think I actually know because you don't speak much to them. You're not pulling in a ton of 5-star ratings, right?
Okay.
So I don't know how it is from the driver's side, but from the passenger side, you don't always have to give a star rating afterwards.
I never do.
Yeah, so maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe you got to start putting that energy out there. Like, I'm giving you 5 stars. Maybe say that to them when you get out. I'm giving you 5 stars.
Well, I don't care. Like, I know I'm not doing anything wrong, so I don't care about the rating. I'm just perplexed by it.
I think if you said, I'm going to give you 5 stars, they'd probably give you 5 stars back. And
Yeah, but now we're bartering in a social currency, which
Yeah.
I don't care about.
and then
it matters to them though.
yeah.
Sure.
And then you got to tell them, like, just throw a couple lines out when you're getting out of the car or getting into it. Be like, hey, it's me, Connor. How's it going, man? You having a good day?
That's
How's
too many sentences.
Good luck. Have a good rest of your day.
I say that. Have a good
Drive
day.
safe.
Yeah, that's implied.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Have
Most
a great
of them
day.
don't, by the way.
Hope you make a lot of money today. I sprinkle that one out there
doing
occasionally.
too much.
You just said like 13 sentences.
I know. These are all examples. I would never say all
You
these
gave a
things.
speech.
I would never say all these
Yeah,
things.
the last one I don't think they would like.
No, I've said that once or twice when they've been talking to me about like their fares and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's
That the context matters. You can't just hop in and be like, "Hey man, I hope you make a lot of money today."
And then I get sometimes in an Uber with like a friend or something, and they'll start chatting up the driver, and I'm like, oh man, this is a disaster.
5 stars though.
Probably, yeah.
Big T. Can you explain something to me?
I'll try.
What's going on with Christian Pulisic and Landon Donovan?
So my understanding is that Pulisic is not playing in the Gold Cup, and Landon Donovan criticized him for that. And now I think Pulisic's parents are going at Landon Donovan.
Yeah.
So it's just another day in U.S. soccer.
So Landon Donovan famously took a giant sabbatical from the U.S. men's national team,
Right.
but he has a problem that Christian Pulisic is doing it.
Isn't playing in the Gold Cup.
The Gold Cup, which
means nothing.
It's a made-up tournament,
Yeah.
like almost every soccer tournament.
Now, I would maybe prefer if our like whole team was playing in this, given that we kind of have sucked relative to what we should be recently, and we have the World Cup coming up in a year. But, I mean, these guys they never stop playing soccer. Like, the season just ended, and it starts again in July, and they're expected to play this tournament in between. Like, they literally just never stop. So I don't begrudge anyone for not playing in a fake tournament. Like, go on vacation for a few weeks.
It's also funny because Donovan was bringing this up in a game that had nothing to do about the U.S. men's national team. It was Portugal and Spain. And he was like, you know what these flags remind me of? How important it is to go out there and honor your country by competing hard for it.
Oh, well, he's talked about it several times then, because I saw him do it on a podcast too.
He needs to chill out a little bit.
Yeah, like, dude, who cares?
Who cares about the Gold Cup?
We've won it, like, a bunch.
Yeah. I mean, I will care about it in the finals if we're winning.
If it's U.S.-Mexico
Yes.
in the final,
Yeah.
I will watch.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
Other than that, you couldn't pay me to watch the Gold Cup.
I would say U.S.-Mexico if it's in the semifinals. I'd watch that.
I would consider it.
And then I might even not watch the finals after we already beat
Sure.
Mexico.
Yeah.
I got a question. I was in the airport yesterday on the way here, and there was this sports bar. I sit down, had me a nice little chicken wrap, and on the top left screen was Tennessee playing Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Right, they got whooped.
Yep.
And on the bigger screen there was a soccer match, and it went to extra, like where they
Added time?
Penalty kicks?
Added
penalty
time or-
kicks, penalty
Okay.
kicks, and it was Christian, the pretty boy everybody loved.
Pulisic.
Nope,
Ronaldo.
boom. Is it
Cristiano.
Cristiano
Cristiano
Ronaldo. Yeah,
Ronaldo,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Was that live? Did that happen yesterday?
Yeah.
And he couldn't. He was hurt or something.
He was playing, right?
No, he didn't. He didn't do the penalty kicks. He didn't play the last, because that's the first.
Well,
soccer-
did they take him out?
He didn't play the last like whatever minutes.
Well,
and
so that's what I'm saying. If you get taken out in soccer, you can't go back in.
I don't.
So he may have gotten taken off.
That could be it, but he didn't. He wasn't involved in the penalty kicks either.
Yeah.
Which is, I thought it was the most amazing thing in the world. Which is, I have never watched a soccer match in full, not once in my life.
Are you serious?
I sit down to have me a chicken wrap, and I see one of the best players of all time. His team is in penalty kicks. Penalty kicks is like one of the dopest shits to watch.
Yeah.
That was
I would
just
assume he'd been taken out of the game.
serendipity. I have no idea. What was the? Because like that's what confuses me about soccer is there's so many different leagues. I don't know which one is the main league or like the world league or I have no idea.
In the last few weeks, all of the leagues around the world ended. Usually at the end of May, they
Okay.
all end. And there was the Champions League final last week or the week before, which is like all of Europe. So then after that, usually every year. So next year's the World Cup. So this year there's a bunch of international tournaments that don't mean anything, but they play like every few months. You play a couple weeks with your international team to keep, the
Camaraderie,
squad
the
going.
teammates.
Give it to
basically.
me like in basketball terms, because I don't.
So it's
understand this.
similar to the in-season tournament, I guess.
Okay.
Except, so those are regular season games. In the season, 2 or 3 times, they'll take a break for like 2 weeks. And they're like, everybody go to your international team.
And play.
So they'll play like just friendlies and stuff. And then in the summers, they'll have tournaments that, like last year was the Euros and what's the South America one that we choked in?
CONCACAF?
Copa America.
Copa America.
So those are big tournaments. Like if you win the Euro, that's a huge deal.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then the World Cup is every 4 years.
Gotcha.
So next year, the World Cup's here.
Yeah.
So that's going to be like
Gotcha.
awesome.
The World Cup that's the biggest deal.
We need to go. I am 100% going to one of the U.S. games. The problem is they're all in L.A. and Seattle, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All of our first round games, but we should go.
We should go.
I'll be down.
Can we convince you to become a fan, much like you're a massive fan of the
I
Brewers?
just got into baseball, dog.
Yeah, but this is next year.
That's a lot, man.
You get to be a fan of the United States.
You're asking a lot of me. I have to learn soccer. I'm learning baseball. Like it's, and I'm actually into it.
You could learn soccer.
I mean, it's not. I'm capable. I don't know that I'm willing.
You'd have fun rooting for the U.S. men's national
I
team.
don't know that I would.
I think you would. Once you start to.
I'm not a patriotic human.
But this is about the boys. It's about the lads.
Again,
You
not
don't care
a
about-
patriot. Like it's
It
not.
has- you don't have to approve of everything the U.S. does in terms of its
no.
foreign
I don't look at it
policy
like
to be like, let's fucking go, McKinney.
You don't have to put on a MAGA hat.
I don't look at it in that terms. It's just I don't have any affinity for any soccer. So having affinity for U.S. soccer, like I wouldn't be like, let's go America. There's nothing. I look at American soccer players just like I look at Portugal soccer.
Yeah, but you
players.
live closer to those players.
And I wouldn't recognize them if I was sitting in an airport bar with them.
Would you recognize any soccer player ever?
The Cristiano Ronaldo.
You'd recognize
Would
him?
you recognize Messi?
Yeah, I got a Messi jersey. No. I take it back. I got a Neymar jersey.
Would you recognize him?
Yeah, I would recognize.
He's
Neymar.
fallen off hard.
I mean, it happens, Big T.
Well, he went
Father Time catches.
No. Well, he went to Saudi Arabia and took a huge bag, and now nobody's ever heard from him again.
So did Ronaldo.
But he's Ronaldo. Also, he was much older.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, by the way, in that game yesterday, he was taken off, so he couldn't do the penalty kicks.
That's why. What does that mean? Taken off?
So in soccer, instead of saying taken out, they say taken off the pitch. But once you come out and you get 5 subs a game.
Why'd they take him off?
They may have liked this guy better for penalty kicks because it was at the end of the game, so they probably time.
They did on purpose. Isn't he like one of the greatest of all time?
Yeah, but he's old, so they
may
have wanted fresh legs for extra time. But yeah, once you come out in soccer, you can't go back in.
It's interesting because like I don't follow soccer. I don't follow him. Every now and then he pops in my For You page with a tweet, and it doesn't matter what. And I don't know why it keeps popping on my page. I have no interest in him or soccer. Like I've never Googled it, never watched it. It's weird.
You've never Googled soccer?
I don't think I've ever Googled soccer or anything about soccer. Maybe like.
But now that your phone's listening to this, it's going to pop up.
Yeah, I forgot that's not how that works.
What do you mean?
It's like, so whatever you're interested in,
Yeah.
like our networks are attached if it's close. And so like my ads will pop up in your ads.
No shit,
Like, the
really?
shit that I search in whatever case, it'll pop up in your shit. Like that's how that works.
That's crazy.
That's what I've been told. I haven't verified it. That's what somebody told me.
There are some that listen though.
I don't think that's the case.
Dude, I think it was the Warriors. I believe it was the Golden State Warriors. They came out with a new app a year or two ago, and they got sued because someone found out it was listening to people and giving them ads for stuff based on like using the microphone.
No, well then I guess that's
and
the case.
TikTok for sure does that.
No, I didn't know that.
But what I think you were gonna say that like every tweet you see from Ronaldo has like 400,000 retweets.
Yeah, it's insane.
He's the most famous person in the world.
Really?
Yeah, right now I'd say him and Trump. I mean, just because he's the president of the United States,
It's
but
gotta be Trump.
it's probably Ronaldo.
Really?
Yeah,
Messi's up there too.
for sure.
Who's better?
Messi.
There are people who will
Liars.
stand for Ronaldo.
They're
but
liars.
It's Messi.
It is actually Drake versus Kendrick.
Which one's Drake?
You know which one's Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I don't know much about
Yes.
soccer, but I think I could guess who's Drake.
Yeah.
You know that Cristiano Ronaldo is Drake.
Okay.
And every conflict from now on is going to have a Drake and a Kendrick in it.
That's a staple, man. It moved the needle. It was a great time.
Like any war that we're going to have. Is Israel Drake or are they Kendrick?
They're definitely Drake.
You can put this on like anything that happens from now on. That's what I'm pretty pumped about.
I'm being propagandized, yo.
Yeah. Well, we all are.
I'm falling for it though. I'm going to China. I gotta investigate this shit.
Okay, what are we investigating?
It just looks amazing.
You've just seen, you're getting propaganda.
This shit looks amazing.
You been on
to me.
TikTok recently?
No,
or?
I don't have a TikTok.
You're saying the entire nation of China looks awesome.
Oh, I mean, of course, I don't know the entire nation of China. I'm just saying, like,
You saw like 2 videos of their cars.
I saw cars, I saw infrastructure, I saw food, I saw, you know what I'm saying? And I understand every nation has its, pitfalls and there's some corruption in every regime, but I got to go check it out for myself.
Can you buy those cars
Yeah,
and
but
have them shipped here?
but I think the tariffs are really high, I think.
So
They're better.
Where are you going?
I don't know. I got in trouble for doing that shit, and I'm not going to do it again. I have to plan this one out because I went to Canada one time.
Yeah.
And we go through customs, and they're like, "Why are you here?" I was like, "I was gonna visit." He's like, "Do you know anybody here?" I was like, "No." They said, "Where are you staying?" I was like, "I don't know yet. I haven't booked my hotel." They're like, "What?" And I was like, "I don't. I'm gonna book it like on the way."
Yeah, you're not the guy to cross an international border.
Yeah, it's horrible. And then they go, "What? You don't know anybody here?" I was like, "No." I was like, "You don't know where you're staying?" I was like, "Nah." Like, and you're just visiting. And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Do you know how that sounds?" I'm like, "That probably sounds weird to y'all." I get that. I get that. They was like, "Come with me, sir." I was like, "Oh fuck." So they take me to this back room and they sit me down. And one of the dudes comes in and he goes, "Oh, this is, you don't know who this is?" And the guy was like, "No." And he was like, "Okay." He was like, "Well, bro, you have to designate where you're going, and it looks bad." I was like, I get it. Yeah. I was like, I still don't know where I'm going though. Like,
They're like, please stop saying that. Sir.
I was like, I haven't booked my hotel yet. I'm notorious for that. I'll go to a place without booking a hotel. I'll book it like on the way or.
It didn't occur to you. I'm kind of the same way. fortunately, a lot of people I'm friends with, they are like compulsive about planning things like that. I'm not nearly as bad as you are. You are a psycho about it.
Yeah.
Like you're not.
I'm the opposite of a psycho.
You don't know where you're sleeping tonight.
I do not.
Literally.
I don't know if I'm staying in Milwaukee
So
or
you don't know what
coming back.
state you're
We're all
sleeping
coming
in.
back.
I know.
And
So you're gonna be you're never like on a plane when you're going to Canada. You're not on the plane. You're like I should look and see like what part of town the hotels are in.
No.
That's
so
nuts.
all right. So your game plan is you freestyle.
Yeah.
You freestyle vacation.
I just do, man. I just go.
So your plan is you land.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a bag that you checked?
Yeah.
Okay, so you pick up your bag
Right.
at the baggage claim,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Probably while I'm waiting for my bags, I'll look for a hotel.
that's when you're like, okay, where am I going to take this bag once I get it?
Yeah.
And then you find a hotel. Do you look at like the reviews? Do you
I look
search
at-
online for?
So I look at how I look at hotels is I usually look at how modern it is. I hate old hotels. Like the Ritz, for example.
Mhm.
The Ritz is like this prestigious, like fuck the Ritz. It is some of the worst hotels that you can go to. They're all the furniture from like 1970. It's horrible. And so like I never stay at any Ritz, right? So I look at for like more modern. I like, to be able to do Bluetooth speakers by the bed,
Mhm.
like I like modern shit
So you book your hotel as you're at baggage claim,
usually.
and then in the cab ride from the airport to the hotel, that's when you look up like where you're going to go out to eat for lunch.
I don't know if I plan that far ahead. Yeah.
to be clear, you wouldn't do this to go to China, right?
I would, but I understand that how it looked when I went to Canada, and I think the stakes are a little
What-
higher
what-
in China.
Yeah.
When you say you would plan it further, or you would not.
I would not.
That's insane.
But he's going to. He's saying like
No, I have to.
he has to.
Yeah, I have to plan. I have to give them a. I think that's the beauty of life for me anyway, is being able to just exist without having like a itinerary. Like I think that's the beauty of life. It's just wherever the wind takes me.
All right. So wait, I just want to, from a practical standpoint, I want to walk through this some more.
See, you're
So-
already doing too much.
So you get to the hotel,
Yeah,
you put your bag down,
yeah,
and then you're like, I'm a little bit hungry.
yeah.
Do you talk to the front desk?
Depends on what I'm feeling. No, hell no, never the front desk.
Do you just look it up online? Like,
Well, it depends
what's
on what I'm
nearby?
feeling. Let's say, do I have like am I feeling like, if there's something I specifically want, because a lot of times when I go to travel, there's something I specifically want.
yeah.
And I'll look up spots, or like I know where a spot is. But depending on if I don't, in your predicament, I'm like, okay, what am I feeling like? I'm feeling like something unhealthy. I'm feeling something healthy, something really unhealthy. Usually I want a local spot. I want something local that I can't get wherever I'm from. You know what I'm saying? That's what I usually do. And like, I don't know, give me a city. Depends.
Okay. You're in Toronto.
I'm in Toronto. See, I don't know anything about Toronto.
Gotta go to the keg.
I don't know anything. I mean, a lot of the times I would
that's what it's
I would tweet. I'm like, yo, what's a good spot here?
Yeah.
Some people will give some recommendations, and I would look them up and feel that. Usually, I like to look at reviews. Yelp reviews to me are pretty accurate.
You're gonna want to go to a little place called the Yard House in
Yeah.
Toronto.
Yeah.
It's actually
tried-
it's the Meter House.
Dude, I tried to go to Yard House on Saturday. I played golf, and there was a Yard House like a mile away. I
You've
was
been
like,
golfing.
oh yeah, I got new clubs and shit. Like, we should go play this week.
I don't have mine, but let's do it.
I'm down.
You down too?
I got it.
Oh,
I got to
yeah,
get these
yeah,
rounds
you
in.
can-
Let's
you
do
can
it. Let's
come
go.
too.
Let's do a break.
He's not coming.
Well, no,
yeah,
you don't know
yeah,
that,
yeah,
Big
you're
T.
right,
Hank,
you're right,
Hank
you're
is presenting to me his plan for my training, and it's
Okay.
tomorrow. It's going to involve me having to play a lot of golf.
Okay, so anyway, so I played golf Saturday. There's
What
a Yard House
what
a mile
great
away.
fucking coach.
Mile away. I'm like, this is amazing. I get there, and it's in this Glenview, Illinois. Nice spot.
Okay, yeah.
But it's in this like thing where there was a parking garage, but I couldn't figure out how to get into it, and there were like 3 spots for each little shop, and I circled the thing, and I was like, fuck it, I'm leaving. Went to Chili's.
That's a good call.
Yeah,
Chili's is
it was
great.
fine. It was no Yard House.
Okay, Chili's, bro. I was here actually. I was I don't remember the last time, but maybe like 3 or 4 times ago. I was here. I hadn't been to Chili's in maybe 10, 15 years. And I was at the airport and I had like a long ass wait. And so
That's not a real Chili's.
that shit was hitting, Big T.
Really?
Oh my
Oh, I thought you were
God.
gonna say the opposite. That's not a real Chili's.
No, fam, that shit was hitting. I was like, I forgot. Like I used to go to Chili's all the time in Tennessee. This shit was hitting. Chili's still got it.
Chili's
The one
is
on
good.
what, Kingston?
No. It was in the airport.
No, I know. Where in Knoxville?
Oh fuck, I don't remember streets like that, dog.
It was like not like 10 minutes from campus.
It was like from where I used to live, off of what is it called? Like Country Oaks. It was over there by there. It's like you would go.
I'm just trying to figure out if it was the same Chili's.
I have
No,
a
but it's
photo. I
fine.
have a photographic memory. Like you would go left out of Country Oaks, and then you would make a right, and then there was that main road. I don't know.
Kingston. It's probably the same one.
Could have
yeah,
been.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, could have been.
Chili's chips, so good. Paper thin, salty. That salsa. I got a problem with Chili's.
What's that?
It's more of a me problem, but it's. I think Chili's could fix it. Every time we get Chili's at the office, I always get the chips, and then I go to put queso on the chips. And I scoop the queso out, and then I sit down on the couch, and I take a big bite of a perfect chip with a great amount of queso, and it's always honey mustard.
That sounds like a you problem.
The shade of the honey mustard is identical to queso.
Are they not marked?
It is not.
It's not
Also,
marked.
I would argue
It is
no.
not.
At Chili's.
It
yes.
is not.
Queso's white.
I disagree.
No, no.
Nah,
Queso, by the way, queso is not always white.
Queso is
More often than
if
not.
it's good queso.
That's not true.
You might just have melted cheese.
That's not true. That queso.
Queso is white.
Not always.
Blanco, my friend.
There's some.
I believe the full name is Queso Blanco. That's what it's called.
Well, there is something called queso blanco, but there's other types of queso.
What? No, what?
I've seen queso
Buddy-
that's not white, but 80% of the time it's white.
I would not say 80%.
I would. That's why I did.
I think y'all are just talking about. They might call it queso, but it's just melted cheese. There's a difference between queso and melted cheese.
I'm very familiar with queso. I would put myself. I bet you I've had 4 times as much queso in my life as you have.
My mom's Mexican.
Okay. Mexico. In Mexico, they don't eat that much queso.
Not from Mexico. She's just Mexican, meaning she cooked Mexican food all the time. I grew up around Mexicans. This is a bad argument.
Okay. As a man that lived in Texas for 10 years, I feel like that's a not insignificant amount of time.
He lived in New Mexico.
New Mexico.
The new one, not the old one.
There is I can name like 3 specific types of yellow queso off the top of my head.
Are you mansplaining queso to me right now?
I am. I just like queso. I get worked up about it.
So hold on. Do you think that there's good yellow queso?
Yes, there's lots of good yellow queso. There's some great white queso too.
I think that is the queso.
We can agree to disagree.
Anyway,
I
this
might
whole
be wrong. I
conversation
could be
started
wrong.
because you were mad that you can't discern queso from honey mustard.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
From Chili's.
Which is a you problem.
Yeah, but the honey mustard, you got to do something about the Pantone. About the
Chili's fascinating study in social media marketing, by the way.
color. What do you mean?
Their numbers over the last year have skyrocketed because of native advertising on social, particularly TikTok. People
Okay.
started posting about the triple dipper and the mozzarella sticks and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Chili's used that and has started a big marketing campaign, and they're going through the roof.
Bro, find me a queso dip that look like honey mustard, dog. I'm Googling pictures right now.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
insane.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying their honey mustard looks too much like queso.
Oh, so it's not the
Right.
queso problem.
It's a honey mustard cut.
I don't know
problem.
enough
But
about
that
honey
would
mustard.
indicate that you think queso looks like honey mustard.
It normally doesn't. That's my entire thing. Normally, I'm fully able to tell the difference. But with Chili's, their honey mustard,
How does a Chili's chip with honey mustard taste?
not great. But
Okay,
if I'm already sitting down,
Right,
I'll have a
but you'll
few
keep
of them.
doing it,
I'll have a
yeah.
few of them. Look up Chili's honey mustard.
I mean, okay, so I'm looking at honey mustard. If they're kind of light on the mustard, I can see how.
Okay, see this right here? Doesn't that look a little bit like queso?
I can see. I mean,
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
one of the telltale signs of queso is the shit inside of it, like
Yes.
the accoutrement.
Yeah. The spices, the
Yeah,
tomatoes, the
onions,
cilantro.
cilantro.
Yeah, some guac in there. Listen, I'm not saying that I'm not to blame at all for this. I think I give myself 50% of the blame.
All right. Get your shit right, Chili's.
Both
Also-
sides.
But also, congrats, because you booming.
Yeah,
And it's hidden, so.
it is hitting.
I can't believe then you need to go to a real Chili's. It'll blow your mind.
It may. I haven't been to a real one in a long time.
Because I've been to the Chili's in the airport and I hate it.
Here?
Yeah.
That shit was hit. What did you get? I got I think the
Um,
jalapeno, not the jalapeno.
Usually triple dipper.
I got the pepper jack cheeseburger, some shit like that. Man, that shit was whew, tell you right now. Cheese curds.
We're gonna get some cheese curds today.
Yeah, are we stopping at where are we going to lunch?
Maybe Culver's.
I'm-
That's what I was thinking.
I'm
as well.
developing
An itinerary.
responses from people that are in Milwaukee
All right,
that
so-
are not fast food places that we can
Well,
get
but
here.
well, first of all, we won't beat them. It's 11:40 right now. Big T eats lunch at 12. So I don't know what y'all are doing.
Can you just hang on to that for a little bit and we can get Culver's on the way?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But
This is like chicken nuggets for cheese.
Yeah.
yeah, ish.
Mini. Like tater tots for cheese.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, I like it.
So, Mad
Yeah,
Dog, what do we have
I
right
like
now in terms of suggestions? What are we trying to do today?
To get fucked
But
up.
also,
So-
we're not going to like downtown Milwaukee.
Are we not?
The ballpark is like before we get there, and also like
Who's
west.
the DD?
Me.
Connor.
The whole time?
I guess so.
At the game, cuz?
I guess I got it. We're
Someone's
coming
gotta
home
get us
tonight.
home. We have a couple places. A lot of them. I'm getting a lot of different responses. I'm not getting like one, mega.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting places that are called Sobelman's, Major Goolsby's.
Okay.
Just based
um,
off vibes, that sounds like a great spot.
It does Goolsby's.
Yeah, Point East Pub. A man replied with a picture of the wings that look delightful. And Kelly's Bleachers. And then I'm getting a couple of Cousin Subs. I'm getting a couple of that Point East Pub. And a couple of Sobelman's.
Sobelman's is very good.
What is it? Do you know what it is?
I went to Sobelman's one time. The Bloody Marys at Sobelman's are unreal.
A lot of people, I'm acquiring a lot of Sobelman's.
Sobelman's has a Bloody Mary that serves, I think, an entire fried chicken on it.
Oh, like the tiny little chickens that they put on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had some. I had one that had like a slider on top of it. Very good Bloody Marys there.
So yeah, we got some good spots, it seems.
Okay.
I trust Milwaukee and their food.
I do too.
Yeah. I don't think they would do us wrong.
No. All right. Do we have voicemails?
We do.
Because I don't think we did voicemails last week. Before we do voicemails, brought to you by Kraken. If you're going to trade crypto, do it right. No sketchy platforms, no sketchier customer support. That's why we only trust Kraken. Kraken lets you buy, sell, and swap over 300 cryptos. You don't get the lag, no crashes, no clownery. If you're buying crypto manually, that's old school. Recurring buys let you automate your investments so you stack sats without even thinking about it. It's DCA done right. Buy more when prices dip, less when they spike. Link your bank in minutes. Set it, forget it, let your portfolio grow. Kraken Pay is instant crypto payments. No more I'll Venmo you later excuses. Whether you're covering a lost bet, splitting the tab after a night out, or sending funds for the next wild adventure, Kraken Pay lets you move money instantly with zero fees and no banks holding things up. Oh, and refer your friends. Kraken will hook you up with a $200 in USDG just for spreading the love. So quit waiting. Head to kraken.com/barstool. Not investment advice. Crypto trading involves risk of loss and is offered to U.S. customers excluding Washington, New York, and Maine through Payword Interactive Incorporated. The voicemails are also brought to you by Stella Blue and Stella Blue Cold Brew. The weather's heating up, so stay cool with Stella Blue Cold Brew. Whether you love a dark, bold roast, indulgent flavors, or our newest variety, Miss Peaches, 100% Colombian, we've got a cold brew for everyone. Better, fresher, cold brew at home in just 3 easy steps. You steep it, refrigerate, you enjoy. And the best part, every purchase helps homeless pets find their forever homes. Grab Miss Peaches or any of our cold brew varieties now at Amazon or StellaBlueCoffee.com, where you can use promo code MACRO for 20% off orders of $25 or more. Sip with purpose all summer long.
Hey, Macrodosing crew, it's KB from Boise, Idaho. So yesterday I was at a great bar near my house watching the Braves blow a 6-run lead in the final 2 outs, and also the Pacers working their magic. Hashtag keep the pace. That's a hashtag I'm trying to popularize, by the way. But I kept using one bathroom that had a TV in it. And I was like, damn, that's a cool feature for a sports bar, and it got me thinking about my favorite top things that bars have, activities, drinks, menu items, things like that, any feature of a bar characteristic. And so I was kind of wondering what are each of y'all's top bar characteristics, either at your favorite bar, or if you were to own a bar one day, what would be imperative that's put in there? So I'll give you my top 5 just to get the ball rolling. Number 1, pool table, bonus points if it's free to play. Number 2, I'm going with the beer shot combo. Number 3, cork dartboards. Got to be cork. Number 4, one of those long lacquered wooden bar tops. Really nice to look at, nice to wipe off. And then lastly, I'll take a outdoor patio for number 5. Smoking permitted, preferably. Honorable mention for cigs inside, but that's more of a novelty and is pretty bad in practice. So curious to hear your thoughts. Stay beautiful, stay handsome, and love you guys.
Okay, I'm a big fan of Big Buck Hunter.
That's a good call.
It's a great game.
Any arcade game, really.
Yeah.
But pop a shot.
You put a BBH in a bar, and I will frequent that establishment.
My number 1 is you played Big Buck Hunter. We went out the night the Braves won the World Series.
Yep.
It was it Village Tavern?
Yeah, double buck bonus. Yeah.
My number 1 obviously is that they have the king of beers, which is Angry Orchard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they call it.
My number 2 is that it has a batting cage. Shout out to Sluggers.
I was going to say, there's only so many.
Sluggers has ruined other bars for me.
It is pretty crazy that no other bars have batting cages.
You wouldn't think it'd be common, but you'd think one in every town.
Yes.
Would have a batting cage.
Yeah, it's like a Top Golf, but for baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TV in the bathroom is elite. An establishment we've talked about on the show before, ESPN Zone, used to have TVs at the urinals.
Yep.
And I would go piss even if I didn't need to.
My problem is they never worked. Mine
worked.
If you went to the one I used to go to, you'd be lucky if it would be like a faded TV. You know what I'm talking about? Like the picture wasn't, the signal wasn't all the way there.
And they had the TVs at your table too, right?
They did, yeah.
That was better than the advent of the iPhone for me.
That was pretty cool. I like the ESPN Zone.
Man, I miss that place.
Clean bathrooms, man. Just a clean bathroom. There's nothing worse than me going to the bathroom and it smell like piss and it's bad. I think that's just for any
bars. You're not getting a lot of clean bathrooms.
No, there have been. There are. I think it's a precedent you set with the decorum and the attitude of the bar. It's a precedent.
Speaking of clean bathrooms, you know where I'd give anything to have between here and Milwaukee.
Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Buc-ee's.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've all really been on a road trip together.
This is our first road trip.
I'm excited.
I mean, we went to Knoxville, but we flew.
I would say last time we were in a car together, you guys had to put me in the trunk.
You were in the trunk.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. How are we going to divvy up like the bathroom breaks? Big T, what's your policy on those?
It's 90 minutes away. We're not stopping.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I
Yeah.
thought people were
I
not stopping.
I was like, you be an adult. Hold that shit.
Yeah, bring a cup if you need to pee. Cause
Okay.
Mixology bars are really good too.
Oh, you like the fancy ones?
Oh my god, I love those.
Like the one in Knoxville where they did the smoked old fashions.
Oh
they
my
brought
god,
out
some
like
of
the
the
whole
best
thing.
shit. Yeah, man. I had another one in DC where they did this like this bubble smoke.
Yeah.
So like the bubble was sitting on top of it and he popped it and the smoke go, you know what I'm saying? And it was like I think it was a Harry Potter themed bar. And
Okay.
they had like dragon's blood mixed with whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how you name the drinks. I like shit like that.
I like a good jukebox.
They're
Touchstones.
you talking about like a real one or like the new age one with that you can you can commandeer?
I like them both for different reasons.
Okay.
I like the old school ones that have the CD covers on them
Mhm.
that you flip and then the book turns over and you can cycle through that way. I also just like being able to just sit and use my phone and then play Du Hast by Rammstein.
There's this. This might be me being old as shit, but there's this spot by my house. It's called Vinyl and Wine.
Yeah.
I think it's vinyl or something like that, where you can sit there and play vinyls or play their vinyls or bring vinyls, and you sit there and have some glasses of wine. Like that shit fancy. I like that shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
I like a good dive bar. You know me.
I do.
Like sometimes the dirtier the bathroom, the better.
Yeah, see, I hate that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the bottom of your shoes is all sticky.
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine with me.
No.
Mad Dog McKinsey, you guys have any must-haves?
Not really. Karaoke's a plus.
Karaoke's for us and our friend group. Karaoke and or touch tunes access is big.
Yeah, karaoke's great.
Yeah, we love a karaoke bar. And then I like when a dive bar or like a very low key sports bar has an espresso martini. That's just a me thing, but I enjoy that
Okay.
because it's like, oh, you could get a high noon, or you could go get an espresso martini at this time, and I like that idea. And when they have crown apple.
Crown apple.
I guess that's just like drinks though. For bars, like the characteristics of them.
Yeah.
Outdoor patio is good.
Mm-hmm.
Dog friendly, I do like as well.
Dog friendly bar just opened up near my house. Pretty pumped about that. Take Blake out, get hammered.
I'm calling the hell.
They're definitely going to have beer for dogs there.
Shit, gross.
Like non-alcoholic beer for dogs is going to be like $7 for a bowl of broth.
Yeah.
And they're going to call it some funny like dog themed name.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You want to do another voicemail?
Yeah.
Hey, all, James from Jersey here with a random one for the Macro Pod. If you guys were doing the match game, newlywed game, whatever you want to call it, which duo would give Mad Dog and Mackenzie the most run for their money? Would it be Big T and PFT, Arian and Big T, or Arian and his buddy Eric? And if we opened it up to the whole Chicago office, who's the odds-on favorite to win it all? Appreciate you guys. Stay beautiful. Stay cool. Shout out Big T.
The match game. What's the match game?
What is the match game?
The newlywed game?
Oh, okay.
They say Mackenzie and I would be odds-on favorites out of this group, but who could go up against us?
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
I actually think
I don't understand. What is it? What is it? What is the match
the
game?
newlywed game.
They'd ask you a question like, what is Big T's favorite TV show? And then you would write an answer and I'd write an answer and you would try to get them to match.
Okay, so let's do some.
I want to do that.
Let's do
We
some.
should do that.
That's a fun idea.
Okay. I'm pulling up newlywed game questions right now. I want to see Big T and Arian do it together.
I actually feel like you guys would be really good
Let's
at
do
that.
it. Let's do it.
Okay. All right, I got a couple. So Arian,
Do I have to like write it down?
yeah, type it on your computer, and Big T, you do the same thing.
Doing it in my notes app.
Okay.
In your computer.
Whose
boomer.
whose answers are we doing right now?
We're gonna do both of yours.
No, but it's like if I'm behind the curtain, you're asking both of us for me or both of us for him.
Got it. Okay. We'll ask both. You're answering Arian Foster's favorite answer.
Oh, okay.
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 So Arian, you're doing your honest answer.
All right.
Okay.
Newlywed, Big T and Arian.
What is his favorite movie?
I mean, that's a fucking layup. It's not?
Okay. See that this is why we can't do table talk.
Yeah, that's true.
No table
Sounded
talk.
like my wife right there.
No table
Are you
talk.
fucking kidding me? All the times I had to watch that.
You guys are ruining the sanctity of the newlywed game.
My fault. All right. Are we just gonna do a whole bunch of questions and then we reveal later?
Yes.
Okay.
If they could throw a themed birthday party for themselves, what would it be?
All right.
What is their favorite band? What is their favorite band if they're trying to seem cool?
Wait, if trying to seem cool?
Yes.
What is that question?
Well,
even
there's
mean?
there's a second question to it. The second question is, what is their favorite band if they're being honest?
Oh, okay.
Band or artist?
Band.
I've never heard Arian mention a band in his life.
This is not true.
Yeah,
See?
not true.
I'm getting a divorce. Wait. Is a group a band?
Yeah. We'll say a group is a band.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna
Hang on, you got to give me a minute. All right, just go. I have no idea.
We're gonna do two more questions. Okay. What is their biggest fear?
Oh, you should know this. Sorry, that can't.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no more talking.
My bad.
And then the last one. Who will be the most hungover after the wedding?
I feel like we got some good layups.
Okay,
in
we
there.
got some layups. I sprinkled in a couple of those.
All right.
I still got to try to answer 3.
What are we doing, man?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I've never heard you talk about a band ever.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, wait. We'll save it. We'll go in order here. Okay, favorite movie. Big T, what was your guess?
I have Avatar.
Arian.
Avatar.
Oh, you guys are so in love. You guys are so adorable.
Yeah.
The next one was Theme Party.
I also have Avatar.
An Avatar theme party.
I would not do that.
Okay, all right. You would never do a theme party?
I would not throw myself a party.
But if you did throw yourself, the
That's
premise
what-
of the question was if
Same.
you.
I would
We
not
get
throw
each
my.
other.
I would
Yeah.
not throw myself a party.
Okay.
Never in a million years. that means
Okay.
I'd have to plan.
What's their favorite band if they're trying to be cool?
I have no clue. I don't
What'd you say?
Outcast.
Okay.
see. That's not a band.
Yeah,
I
They're-
asked if a group was
Well,
a
but
band.
they're-
because I
they're
said
not a-
artist, I would.
they're not a group. They're a duo.
That's a group. It's a
A
group.
duo. No, a duo is not a group.
It is a group.
No, it's not.
You're insane.
You could have said Dungeon
Ask.
Family. You could have said Dungeon Family.
That's not the same as Outcast. That's different.
That's not
If,
Outcast.
if we're talking about a band that like does instruments and shit like that, I would say probably Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay, you should have said that.
But I specifically asked, is a band a group? And you said yes.
Well, I didn't know you were meaning duo.
If you type in who's the best hip hop group of all time, Outkast gonna be on that list.
Wu-Tang
I can see that argument.
for
but
children. What's your favorite band if they're trying to be cool or
Out-
trying to be honest?
Outkast.
Okay, it's the same answer.
Yeah.
Big T would just say if they're being honest. You just
I
you
didn't
abstain from that
for
one
band.
too?
I did not have anything.
Okay, what's their biggest fear?
Ocean.
That's a great guess. Snakes.
You put snakes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then who will be the most hungover after the wedding?
Arian.
No, him. I don't get hangovers.
What?
I don't get hangovers.
I don't drink.
Looks like we got
you definitely
unstoppable
What do you
force.
mean? You was fucking throwing up in the
Yeah, when
the
you
tub in San
forced
Diego.
me to.
You was drunk.
You drugged me.
It's our wedding, dog. You gonna drink? What you mean?
I feel like of all the days to not drink, that's the one.
No,
you're gonna wanna drink on your wedding.
No,
Liddy
so
at
much.
your-
You have so much to do.
No, you let everybody else handle that, and you get faded. What do you mean?
All right, Mad Dog McKenzie, you guys do this now.
Are we doing the same questions?
Yeah, we'll do the same questions. Who are we answering for?
I'll do Mackenzie.
Okay, so these are Mackenzie's answers.
Okay, yeah. Can you run through them one more time?
Yes. So the first one's favorite movie.
Okay.
So Mackenzie, you write down your answers too.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Okay.
You know what? We might mix it up a little bit. What would be their last meal?
Oh,
Aaron, would yours be ramen?
you got my dog.
Yeah. I got you. I got you.
That's it.
What do you mean that's
Oh, I'd
it?
have
Oh,
like
Big T-
8 things.
Big T's jealous because I got it right.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you wouldn't have more than one thing.
Yeah, like all you can eat.
I'll just have like 2 bowls or 3 bowls of ramen,
That's nuts.
extra eggs or whatever. but
Golden Corral.
That'd be ridiculous.
Okay, so next question. Who is the better driver?
Out of the two of us?
Yeah.
I've never driven with you.
Okay, so we'll do a different question.
Yeah.
We don't have cars.
What is their go-to karaoke song?
So broad.
Don't call her a bro. What?
No, the question.
Oh,
I feel like it's pretty specific.
That's pretty specific. She's just a big karaoke fan.
True.
I've been to karaoke with y'all one time, but I don't remember.
y'all should decorate that back wall.
Taylor Swift Fathead.
Yeah. What is their biggest fear?
I don't even know the answers for myself.
Taylor Swift passing.
And then for the last one, we will do what is their favorite band if they're trying to be cool?
And it has to be a band. It can't just be one singer.
Cannot be Taylor Swift, no.
Okay. Trying to seem cool, Mackenzie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
I
I
guess your
have one for
favorite
you
band.
there.
And then we'll also do what's your favorite band if you're being honest.
I guess your favorite band.
Go.
AC/DC.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
I
Guns
think
N'
I have the same
Guns N'
answer for
Roses?
both
No.
of them. For both
No,
of those
it's
questions.
gonna be some ska shit
Yeah,
like
yeah.
basement vomit or something.
Basement. That's a good name. That's a good name for a band. Basement. You guys go to the BV show tonight.
The BV.
Oh, their logo would be
310.
awesome. What?
310 or whatever.
311?
311.
No, not my favorite band. 310.
It's the prequel.
It sounds like an R&B
That was
version.
before they added the new guy.
Yeah.
What is your favorite band?
Well, I'm just saying. I'm thinking about Basement Vomit now. I'm thinking about
They
the
have
lo-
some bangers.
I think about the logo for Basement Vomit. It would be like almost impact font for the word basement, and then vomit would have like drips coming from the
Yeah,
letters VOMIT.
like the Goosebumps font.
Yeah. Basement Vomit. Yeah, dude, Basement Vomit.
That
Yeah,
does sound like a dope little rock name. What is it?
my favorite band of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably say the Mighty Mighty Boss Stones would be my one.
I've never even
What the
heard of them. Basement Vomit.
You never heard of the
Mighty
Boss
Mighty
Stones?
Boss Stones?
No.
Dude, the Boss Stones are great.
Is
They
it
Is
just-
really-
mighty part of their
That's
name,
right.
or were
Yeah,
you
yeah.
adding?
No, it's part of their name. That's part of their name. They were originally.
We are the Bostons,
Yeah.
the mighty Bostons.
I thought he was adding Mighty Mighty too. I was
I
like,
thought
that's
so.
enough.
Have
Okay.
you've heard the song "The Impression That I Get"? The "Never Had to Knock on Wood" song. You've heard that before.
No,
The Mighty
It was,
Mighty
it was the number one
Bosstones?
hit. Yeah, you've heard of that.
That's wild.
Okay, so let's go with Mad Dog McKenzie's answers.
Okay.
What was the first question? Because I'm
Favorite
jumping
movie.
around. Favorite movie. What is McKenzie's favorite movie? Mad Dog.
I had draft day.
That is a good one. It's School of Rock, but
Okay,
Great call.
Yeah.
that's a good
But I
movie.
feel like
That
draft
is-
day's up there.
it's up there.
If you wanna be a
Top
teacher's
5 for
pet.
sure.
All right, second question.
So I don't know what your last meal would be, but I wrote down whatever anyone else is down to eat because Mackenzie doesn't like making decisions.
That's very true.
For last meal.
Hey, whatever's supposed to
Yeah,
be.
whatever's everyone comfortable with. I wrote chicken tenders and fries, but yeah, it is also that. It is also that.
Whatever it was down
Yeah.
to eat on your last
Yeah,
meal.
I'm easy.
Yeah, no worries. That is very true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
All right, next one.
I didn't know what your biggest fear was, so I just said like
I
men?
honestly
I
didn't
don't
have
know.
one. But yeah, kind of.
Maddie, your answers are insane.
But they're not super wrong.
No.
Man.
What did you put?
This is like so niche, but it's like a celebrity that I like. Finding out a celebrity I love not being a nice person.
Oh, okay.
Like if
That's
I ever
your biggest fear.
yes.
So who would it
Well,
be?
I mean, it was either that or like death, but I didn't want to.
Oh,
like,
okay,
be
that's a far
dramatic.
more reasonable
Like human
than
trafficking.
finding out Taylor Swift is a bad tipper.
I didn't want to be like too dramatic. Like okay,
Wait,
It's your biggest fear, man. No judgment.
who would be like the 1-1 for you, Mackenzie, in terms of finding out that they sucked
yeah.
as a person?
well, a lot of people would probably already argue that he does, but Jimmy Fallon for me.
Yeah.
Like if I
Yeah.
personally met him
That's
and
such a wild.
If he
it
was a
was
jerk
rude.
to you
She loves
personally,
Jimmy
yes,
Fallon.
like I would be upset if I heard a story about him being rude to someone
yeah.
like that I personally knew met him, I'd be upset about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I found the number ball.
Oh yeah. The dice. Roll it one time. Let's do a jersey number.
Oh, finish that up and we got it.
Okay. Mad Dog.
Okay.
Next one.
So the last two are like banned to look cool.
Yeah.
And then banned actually. I think it's the same answer. It's Lake Street Drive.
Oh, so I actually didn't even have one to like look cool. I was gonna say my actual favorite band, One Direction, and yeah, Lake Street
Wow.
Dive would be the one
Yeah.
to say that I look cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's very true. But I honestly didn't really even have answers because I.
What was the last question?
It was actual favorite band. One
Okay,
Direction
right,
is. I should have thought. I should have gone deeper in my bag. But I know
Yo,
you like
men
Lake Street
was
Drive.
wild, dog. That's
I mean,
a
it's
wild
true.
answer, fam.
Scary.
Okay. The dice number
Does
is.
it actually? It just
Yeah, you
feels
have
like
to do it gently.
Okay.
Yeah, like that, and then you got to wait for a second.
Okay.
The 100-sided dice is not
72.
Ooh,
I got one.
72. I'm gonna guess Laramie Tunsil.
I think he was 71. I think
I'm looking.
I was gonna go with the greatest DN of all time.
He was 78.
78. Oh my
Oh.
bad, dog.
Hang on.
Great-
Who?
Greatest. Oh no, that's not him. Fuck. No, my bad.
Who were you gonna say?
I was gonna say,
say-
one of the greatest.
Were you gonna
DMs
say
of all
Reggie
time.
White?
No, I was gonna say Bruce Smith, but he's 78. 72.
You don't think he's the best, do you?
He's one of them. Like top 5.
Are we counting Lawrence Taylor?
He's one of them. I said he's probably not the best.
Okay.
I would say Lawrence Taylor's probably the best DN of all time. Yeah,
Reggie White?
I'll put Lawrence Taylor over Reggie White, but Reggie White's right there.
Yeah.
72.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Baselli? No, he's 71.
We keep getting these stupid. Roll it again. Roll it again. Let's get a good number.
Oh man, 72. I should know this though. 72. I'm blanking. It would be like a tackle for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blanking.
The number 72, Too Tall Jones,
Too Tall Jones.
Matt Light,
I don't know that one.
Dexter Manley,
Dexter Manley.
Eric Fisher, O.C. Umenyiora.
Yeah, see, here, I'm going to roll it again.
It's actually not a great list. Oh, the fridge.
Refrigerator Perry. Oh, God.
What is it?
87.
Ooh. There's an easy one.
Reggie Wayne.
Reggie Wayne's a good one.
Gronk.
Muhammad. What's his last name? Was it Massaquoi?
Massaquoi, yeah, from Georgia.
But
Was
I
he
don't know.
87?
I don't think he was 87. I think his last name was Muhammad. He played for the Panthers. I forget his first name though. Something Muhammad.
There's one that's playing right now.
Good? I mean, I got it right off rip. So.
Oh, Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Damn. Shitty numbers, man. Come on, ball. 74. Fuck you,
74.
ball.
The ball is not just.
Maybe that. That, yeah, 63. Yeah.
It's a bad ball.
Oh, man.
Wait, do 63 though.
60. Art Shell.
Was he?
I think so.
Y.A. Tittle, Gene Upshaw,
Oh, Gene Upshaw. That's what I was thinking of.
Jeff Saturday.
Yeah. Jeff Saturday. Yeah,
Mhm.
which every time him and Peyton Manning, their last snap circulates throughout the internet, I get, haha, you got tackled behind the line. I'm like, bro.
They didn't block.
One, they didn't block. Two, it's the Pro Bowl, and everybody was drunk.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that fact that players were just hammered in the Pro Bowl.
Wait, their last snap was a handoff to you?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard that before.
He told you that.
It circulates, like it goes viral like once every like that, and I don't know why me asking the ref for a hat.
It
always goes
was
viral.
like last week.
Mhm.
It's once a
always-
year.
I don't know what that is, but it always goes viral.
Because it's so wholesome.
It's just I don't know.
It's just all these accounts. Once it gets to June, they have 2 months that they have to fill, and there's
Right.
nothing, and they just repost all that. shit.
right. And then I always see the script.
The script one that it still makes its way around.
What a moment that was.
It was a great moment.
What a moment that was.
I feel like we hit that too early.
No, I think we hit it right at the right time. Because all the post discourse about the script has been because of that video. Where they're like, oh, script writers going crazy in the NBA with the Pacers.
Yeah.
Script writers, Halliburton in the
we
script
burst,
bag.
We burst like a meme.
Yeah. I'm proud of that. Very proud of that.
That's pretty dope to make a dent in the internet world.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
Yeah.
All right, we got any more voicemails?
We have one more.
See if I can get a good number, girl.
What's up, everybody? Got some questions. First off, Big T, Arian, I know you guys have a lot of good conversations on various religious, economic topics, but is there anything that you guys have kind of talked about behind the scenes and you're like, yeah, maybe let's not bring that up on the podcast? Maybe it got a little too heated, or you guys are just on so differing sides. Curious to hear that, but most of the time you guys have the epitome of a good social conversation, so that's good to hear. And then for PFT, what do you think about the A-10 Thunderbolt getting retired, and have you heard about it potentially being given to the Coast Guard because of all of its potential uses for the Coast Guard? So yeah, let's see what you got.
Okay. You guys want to go first?
Yeah, there's definitely one, but I don't know if you want to.
But we haven't really like talked about that in depth. You just want to talk about it on the show, and I'm I don't think it's a good idea.
We were sitting in these seats and maybe talked about it for like an hour and a half one day, right here.
Okay, yeah. I do recall
it was
that.
like an hour and a half.
But that's it, really. And that's only I just don't think it's a good idea to do that on the show. Not because you and I like disagree on it or whatever. I just think it's not a good idea to discuss on the show. Period.
And I do.
But I don't think there would ever be anything that we were like, oh, we shouldn't talk about that on the show because we we've talked pretty much everything on the show.
Yeah,
We'll talk about anything. Yeah. It's not that they're afraid to fight. It's just what's the upside?
Yeah, yeah. It's we'll talk about anything, but bringing that up on the show is we're here, and everybody else has already drew the lines in the sand. So there's no point in, and we already know where each other stand on it. So it's like there's no point in even bringing it up.
Now, as for the A-10 Thunderbolt, they're going to try to retire it, but something tells me that thing's going to keep coming back. They've tried to retire this thing several times.
Is there a bunch of plane nerds out there like you? Like,
yeah.
You guys got a little.
Dude, the A-10, the Warthog, the tank killer.
Do you have an aviation jacket?
Do I have? It's called a bomber jacket.
So yeah.
I got one. Yeah, okay. And it looks sweet, and I wear it when I play my simulator.
Love that.
It's for the immersion.
Some would say I land planes better than you.
Well, yeah. You're like 1 for 3.
I'm 1 for 1.
I thought you crashed once.
No, that was your boy.
Oh, I was also co-piloting you. My controls.
I mean, it was smooth, dog.
It was smooth, yeah.
It was smooth.
This is only loosely related to aviation, but it's military. I have developed a fascination with a historical character, and I just started a 39-hour audiobook on him.
Okay.
Think 1910 to 1955.
Dick Bong?
No.
That's the
very important person.
Well, Dick Bong is the all-time kills leader.
Okay. No, above him.
Okay.
Marcus Garvey.
The Red Baron?
Douglas MacArthur.
Oh, okay.
I've become very interested in Douglas MacArthur.
What have we learned?
That was my elementary name.
Like the name of your school?
Elementary school name was Douglas MacArthur.
Do you know anything about him?
Not really, no.
Fascinating guy.
In
So
what way?
he could have overthrown the U.S. government with like massive support, and people would have been like, "Yeah, we're down for that." Like he was World War I, World War II, Korea, like top of the line, like our top guy. Eisenhower fires him because in the Korean War, China sent a bunch of troops to help North Korea. MacArthur was like, "All right, we're gonna go fucking kill them," and Eisenhower was like, "No, we don't want to fight China." And
Didn't he want to nuke China?
MacArthur?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. He wanted to take him on though.
Yeah.
And Eisenhower was like, no, and fired him. And he was like the closest thing to revered as you can, like everyone in America loved MacArthur. He was a hero. And he comes back and gives a speech to Congress that it was like his farewell speech basically. And everyone, Eisenhower's approval rating dropped to like 16% or something. Like everyone hated him for firing MacArthur. And MacArthur just kind of faded off into like he was kind of a nut job also. So people halfway expected him to not go down without a fight. But very fascinating individual. Has a living son. Did you know this?
No, I did not.
Arthur MacArthur.
That's the worst thing you could do.
But yeah, I've become obsessed with Douglas MacArthur recently.
He used to rock the corncob pipe, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Massive pipe. Also liberated the Philippines from Japan and was like literally God in the Philippines. Like they thought he was God.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fascinating guy.
Douglas MacArthur. Arthur MacArthur is a shit name.
I think it kind of rocks.
Of course you do.
Well, wait. So he was born because there's multi generations of Arthur MacArthurs. So his dad was Arthur MacArthur Jr. So I think Douglas MacArthur might have been Arthur MacArthur III, and then his son is Arthur MacArthur IV.
Wikipedia just says Douglas MacArthur.
Well, his son was
Right.
interesting. All right, we have anything else? Okay. All right, well, Arian, we're not going to say the bounce word, but do you have any predictions? Strike?
Yeah.
Are you going to throw a strike?
I'm gonna get it there, man. You know,
That doesn't sound like he's
I'm
going
gonna
to throw
get
a
it
strike.
there, dog.
We need to go toss.
We're gonna go toss. I have a good arm. We know I have a good arm.
Yeah.
I got the stats in the NFL to prove
Is
that.
the catcher, does he stand 4 yards away from the pitcher, Big T? I'm not really a baseball guy.
It's usually about 20 yards.
Okay, 20 yards. All right, so we're going to have to get the arm loose,
You want to get loose?
have a couple
You
cocktails.
want to get loose with me?
Yeah, I'll get loose with you.
You just cucked me.
Well, I know so much
Oh, you
more
said
about
you
it.
want
I
to.
brought my glove.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Shit, yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta. Well, we could 3-way throw. Right?
Yeah, we could. Pass it
That's-
around.
Let's go hang out.
Monkey in the middle.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We will see you guys on Thursday. Love you guys.